Americans just hit an all-time record. $18.8 trillion in household debt. Not during a recession, not during a crisis, right now. While the stock market sits near all-time highs. And here's the part that should actually worry you. The people taking on the most new debt right now aren't rich people buying second homes. They're the people who can least afford to borrow at all. So here's what's actually happening. Subprime borrowers, people with weaker credit, thinner safety nets, just opened bank cards at a rate almost 20% higher than last year. Lenders aren't pulling back either. They're handing subprime borrowers 37% higher credit limits than they did just 12 months ago. Think about that for a second. The group least equipped to absorb a shock is being handed the most rope.
This isn't the first time we've seen this shape before. Every credit cycle has a tell, and the tell is never everyone's broke. It's everyone's borrowing, but only some of them can actually pay it back. Right now, delinquencies on most consumer debt look fine, slightly improving even. But that number is hiding something. Because when an account hits 180 days unpaid, it doesn't count as delinquent anymore. It gets erased from the math, written off. So the delinquency rate looks calm, while the write-off rate, the actual losses banks are eating, keeps climbing. Economists have a name for what's happening underneath. They call it a K-shaped economy. One line goes up, one line goes down. Same starting point, opposite direction. If you've got assets, a house, stocks, savings, you're doing better than ever. Markets are near record highs. Your net worth is compounding. If you don't, if your paycheck is your only asset, you're leaning harder on plastic just to keep up with grocery prices and gas that just hit its highest point since 2022. Same economy, two completely different experiences of it.
Here's the one number that should actually make you pay attention. Student loan borrowers who are seriously behind, 90 days past due or more, just hit 17%. 4 months in a row, that number has climbed. And historically, student loans were the debt people paid last, behind their car, behind their mortgage, behind everything else. That's starting to change, which means the order people prioritize their bills in, the thing that's held the whole system together, might be breaking down. None of this means a crash is coming tomorrow. It might not come at all. But debt cycles don't announce themselves with a headline. They show up quietly, one write-off at a time, one credit limit increase at a time, until enough of them stack up that the system can't absorb anymore. $18.8 trillion isn't a crisis by itself. It's a number that tells you exactly which group is holding the risk. And it's not the group that can afford to. The market's at all-time highs. So is the debt propping up the people who aren't. That's not a contradiction. That's the whole story.